All right. So welcome everybody back to our Monday at Morehill Mount Academy. I'm Ann Fawcett, the admission director here. And we just finished our spring break. So the students, I'm sure, are super excited to be back. I was here the whole time, so was Martha. And then we had a few boarders that were here. But yeah, so students are back, everyone's back. And getting ready to start basically the last quarter. Super excited to finish off this year, and we've made it through this far with COVID, so I think we're doing pretty good. So one thing I want to talk about today is Raven University. So we are excited to be hosting this Wednesday. We're going to be having a little bit different. We've kind of never done this before, but we're going to be having different sessions available for our families on Admission 101, because not every school, every college or university has the same application process. And so just kind of understanding what is Common App or what is applying directly, what do you need and all of that. And then kind of there is, pretty much the same criteria. A lot of times, they're going to need current records from your school, letters of recommendation, probably an essay. Sometimes there's an interview. A lot of schools are going test optional, but some are still requiring tests like SAT and ACT. We're going to, and we're having, what's really nice is that we have Benedictine College in town. And so they are having one of their admission expertise come over, and then also someone from the financial aid department to kind of explain just, FAFSA and the differences between loans and grants and what you can apply for, and all that good stuff, that seems scary, but it's something that you just have to do every single year. And then we'll have also Coach Gartmeyer from the college over to kind of talk about college recruitment for any of our athletes who are interested in how that process works. And then we're going to be kicking off our we call Navion. So we have a new program now that will allow students, parents, and even our counselor to kind of keep track better of assisting them with their application process, but starting even early as freshman, sophomore year, because there are things that you can do and prepare for, and that you should start your research a little bit earlier on of what you want to do, especially if you've got, your reach schools, your ones you're pretty solid on, you're going to get them, and the ones that just as a safety net is what we're kind of teaching the students. And so that way it'll kind of show the students like, okay, if I want to apply to University of Notre Dame, it'll show kind of the data and the history of what other past students have gotten. So like what their test scores were, what the average was, what they really need to get in, along with their current class and past classes that applied there. And so they can kind of see where they fit in to know what they need to work on. And so that'll be kicking off as well. And then we're going to start really using that program going into the next year. But one thing I wanted to show families, just in case, you're not quite sure of where to find information, is so on our website, I'll share my screen here. So on our website, under academics and then under academic counseling. So this is where I showed you guys, how we're different in the MHMA schedule and everything. But also this is our counselor's corner. So this is something that we provide for our families and for our students. Our students take advantage of this, and our academic counselor puts together basically everything as far as announcements and the graduation requirements and scholarships and financial aid, registering for ACT, SAT, and just, other like resources that are available. And so this is always, continually updated by our counselor. And so we always tell students and parents that they need to check out here really weekly, monthly, just especially for the scholarships. I mean, there are so many scholarships and resources that your students can apply for, and all listed out by a lot of the deadline dates. And some of these scholarships are pretty much every year, for the new class and everything. And so it is something that if you see something here that you would qualify for, you're a junior applying for a senior year, just make sure you check out the deadlines and when those are. But then also one thing I want to show is like, where do our graduates go? So being a boarding school, it is a little bit different because, we have students who sometimes stay in the area in the Midwest, but then being a boarding school, we have students go anywhere and everywhere. As you can see, we have students who are going all around the United States, all the way out to Arizona, even all the way in the Northeast to Massachusetts. And so pretty much anywhere that they want to go, we can assist with it. And then, but not only within the United States, but also outside of the United States. So we have students applying to Canada, to Mexico, throughout Europe, and also Asia, but even like down in New Zealand. We have Maggie who's studying graphic design in New Zealand. Hey, Maggie, hope you're doing well. And, but we have students who, you know, and these aren't just our international students, we do have American students who apply to go outside of the United States, which we encourage, you know, because, or at least like think about the study abroad programs while you're researching schools. And then as you can see, so anything that we have with an asterisk here, that means that that is a top 200 global university. So within the entire world ranking. And so as you can see, we do have students who attend and get accepted into schools that are in that top ranking. So we have a very robust counseling program and just that support in our student, it shows that our students are ready for that next step. Yeah, that is all listed there. Stop sharing my screen. There we go. And so just wanted to point that out. I know most of our seniors have already been accepted, and then now they're just kind of making up their mind and know that May 1st deadline. And then usually at graduation, when they walk across the stage, we kind of announce where they're going as well. So really excited for our senior class. It's a small one, but they're mighty. So yeah, so just want to talk about the Raven University. We're really excited to be hosting it on this Wednesday. For our current families, we posted it on Facebook, on Instagram. We do want to know if you're going to be coming and how many people, just so that we can accommodate, because we're going to be moving everyone around in different sessions. So please RSVP. And then you should have seen it in separate emails from Ms. McGinnis, and then also in the Raven Weekly for the past couple of weeks. So yay, but that's all that I have today. And so yeah, thank you for joining me on Mondays at Morehill Academy.